What's up, everybody? Dog985. There's levels to this. I got a quick video for you guys tonight. This one shouldn't take that long. I made a video earlier today speaking about how I went ahead and decided that I'm not going to use Steam OS on my Asus ROG Ally. Let's preface this by stating this. I've been a huge fan of the gaming handhelds since I got my hand on the Asus ROG Ally. I can admit that when the Steam Deck was first announced, I didn't understand how the PC gamers were all about the Steam Deck and they were excited for it when I assumed that PC gamers were all about graphics and power and high performance. Later on, I learned that PC gamers may like to have a powerful rig, but they'll still perfectly fine playing games like Stardew Valley. They'll have very powerful rigs for games that they don't even need to be pushing that hard. So that's why when you see that the Steam surveys show that the majority of PC gamers are running like 60 series graphics card, it makes sense because you don't need something incredibly powerful to actually enjoy PC gaming. Okay. Now, with that being said, the Steam Deck was something revolutionary when it came out, and PC gamers touted it, they loved it, and one of the main things that they loved about it was how easy it was to use. It was a console like experience, right? Now, when I got my hands on the Asus ROG Ally, I did have to deal with the setting up of Windows and all that other stuff, which is truly a pain. I'm going to talk about that here in a second. And I also got to deal with the multiple different launcher situation, right? But then I also got to deal with Steam, which is an amazing platform to game on PC, and I got to try out Steam Big Picture Mode. Now, for the longest time, ever since I got my Asus ROG Ally, since I got my gaming laptop, since I got my son his Lenovo Legion Go, since I got my first pre-built gaming desktop, then I got my second gifted gaming desktop, I have been using Steam Big Picture Mode all throughout, and even my son, who has the Lenovo Legion Go, and then now he has a one more PC that pre-built, he also uses Steam Big Picture Mode, and we love Steam Big Picture Mode. Now, we have also used the Xbox Game Bar, and from time to time, depending on how much I'm using Xbox, I might go back to it, all that other stuff. But for the most part, Steam Big Picture Mode for sure is way better than Xbox Game Bar or the Xbox UI that's on Windows right now. Okay. I did not understand how much better Steam OS truly was compared to Big Picture Mode. I never saw a video that could compare it, nothing. Okay. So when my boy, shout out to my boy Isomotion Gaming, told me that he downloaded the Steam OS on his Asus ROG Ally and he told me how easy it was, I decided I want to go ahead and give it a shot. I want to give it a try. So I did. I did it last night actually. I downloaded it, used I followed ETA Prime's video, shout out to him on how to do it. And it was real easy. The video is like 10 minutes long. The process takes you more than 10 minutes, but it was real easy to do. It wasn't difficult at all. And yes, you do erase everything else off of your Asus ROG Ally, so it is what it is, right? And then you flash SteamOS onto it, and essentially what I was greeted to was a Steam Big Picture Mode that now did not have Windows. Now, to the advanced PC gamer, to someone that actually knows about PC and everything, right? They will be able to tell you exactly why the Steam OS is better than Steam Big Picture Mode because Windows is not attached to it or anything like that, okay? To someone like me, that's a novice to PC gaming, to someone like me that's ignorant to PC gaming, and I could be honest with you, okay? Steam Big Picture Mode and Steam OS looked identical, felt identical, but the biggest drawback was that now with Steam OS, there's a plethora of games that I cannot play because of anti-cheat. It makes it more difficult to access Game Pass. So for me, the benefit of using the Steam OS was not there compared to using Steam in Big Picture Mode. So I went ahead and I went back to Windows. Now, here's the beautiful thing about PC before people get mad, okay? Your a PC, which stands for a personal computer, right, is your personal experience. You can do whatever the heck you want to do with your PC. You can have RGBs on it. You can have it all blacked out if you want. You can have whatever software you want. You can use Play Night as a launcher. You can use what a GOG as a launcher. Whatever you want to do, you can do. So if you want to use SteamOS, you can do it. If you want to use Linux, you can do it. If you want to use Windows, you can do it. There's nothing making you do something, which is the most beautiful thing about PC gaming. It's truly what makes the difference between PC gaming and console gaming is the freedom of where you play your games, how you play your games, and all that stuff. Okay. So I went ahead and uninstalled Steam Big Picture Mode. I mean Steam OS, and I went back to my Windows. And I went back to my Windows, and yes, I got to log in and everything, right? I got to turn that off so that it doesn't start Armory Crate right off the bat. So let me go ahead and close down Armory Crate. And there it is. This is my Asus ROG Ally running Windows, and I love it because I have all my apps up there. If I want, I can put them on the taskbar. If I want, I can put whatever wallpaper I want. I love this. And this is the biggest reason why I would choose Windows over Steam OS. Again, for me, as someone that's a novice, that's ignorant, that really can't speak to what the full benefits are of Steam OS. But again, as a gamer, if I don't see it and it's not obvious, I don't care. If I don't see it and it's not obvious, I don't care. People were saying the performance is better. From what I've been able to see, the performance between Steam OS and Steam Big Picture and Windows is only something like 5 to 10 frames per second on certain games, and that's on certain games. And here's the thing about the Asus ROG Ally: if you're running a game at 50 frames per second on the Asus ROG Ally versus running the game at 60 frames per second on the Asus ROG Ally, without that FPS counter, I'm willing to bet money you're not going to be able to tell because it has a VRR screen, so it's going to be smooth regardless. Maybe at 40, compared to 40 to 60, you could tell. 45 to 60, you could tell. But 50 to 60 on a VRR screen, nah, that's cap. You're not gonna be able to tell. You know what? I know you're gonna say that you can tell. I believe you. I believe you. You have the eye of a hawk. You have the eye of a tiger. You definitely can tell. I can't tell, so it's not that big of a deal for me. The difference between 50 and 60 on a screen that has VRR, unless I put the FPS counter on. I'm just being honest, okay? Now, this is the biggest reason why I'm okay not switching this to Steam OS, okay? And it's this right here. Y'all ready? I'm about to show y'all something. I'm about to show y'all something. Bear with me. Bear with me. This is why. Because all I got to do is put Steam in big picture mode, and essentially I have Steam OS. It's literally I just my other video shows how it's literally identical. I cannot tell the difference between them. And again, if the performance is just a little bit better performance, to me, it's worth being able to have Windows in the background, especially to be able to play Game Pass games and use the PC the way that I know how to use it. It just is what it is. I'm not too familiar with Linux, so it is what it is. The quick resume thing of Steam OS was very impressive. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna cap. I was playing Expedition 33 last night. I turned it off, put it in my bag, took it to work, came back home. So the thing was in my bag, like it was still in my bag for hours, right? Came back, turned it back on, and literally there was no login. It was just boom. I was right back in the game. That was phenomenal. It really was. But for me, that I also play on PC, that really doesn't help me because when I'm done playing, I don't know if the next time I'm gonna play is gonna be on my handheld or is gonna be on my PC. So I need to close out of the game so that it saves up to the cloud. So, and again, it wasn't a big enough deal for me to go ahead and switch over. For me, we're not the same. If you love Steam OS, that's great. I've seen all the YouTubers touting it and praising it. Windows gaming for me is perfectly fine. But then again, maybe I don't know any better. Doc Dog 1985, there's levels to this. I hope the hate is civilized when it comes to this. Somebody said Doc's about to start another platform war. No, I'm not. I'm not trying to start a Windows versus Steam OS. That's stupid. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just letting you know that right now, for me, I'm perfectly fine with Windows for gaming. And you know what? A lot of you are too, because if not, you would have switched your PC already to a Steam OS, but you didn't. So, we out. Peace. Whatever excuse you're gonna make, I didn't do it because of this. Exactly. You just proved your point why Windows is better. Peace.